And that's how we roll. And it never gets old, cause it's always the weekend round here.
Like Brandi's, and it's all about her in rehab. And it actually looks similar right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can reference that somehow.
No fuego.
Well, we don't have the pictures though.
Buen Dia Puerto. Oh wait, are we there? We rolling?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Buen Dia Puerto. Let's try that again. Buen Dia Puerto. All right. Anyway, welcome to our show. We got a lot to talk about today. We have exciting stuff. Let's start with what you can expect in today's episode. We're going to have Deborah Mahan joining us for a small segment about Rotary Club and Ladies Who Lunch and all kinds of good information. Mark Cuban is here.
Yes.
Now that the Dallas Mavericks have...
He's got some time in his hands.
Done. Yeah, he's got some time. So, and he lives just down the road. So, what else? We had to reschedule Alex. So he'll be on a future episode, but we do have Donnie Young joining us.
Donnie Young today
on the music, which is great. And also we've had to reschedule Angelina Jolie again. We got to get Mark in, so Mark's ready to come on and talk about investments and all that sort of stuff, which is great. And then what else? Brandi is still not with us. She'll be back soon. She's some rehab stuff. Don't worry about it. I mean, she's on vacation, and hopefully she'll be back in our next episode. And we'll also get to your viewer comments. So thanks for it. Which reminds me, subscribe, hit the like button, comment, let us know what you'd like to see. So, moving along quickly over here to Karina, what are you guys going to be talking about?
Yeah, so today I want to bring up the Mayan train, local excitement happening in the world here. Local library that a lot of people don't know about, and day passes at resorts that are accessible to people who live here and tourists.
Excellent. Les?
Well, of course, we'll have the Spanglish word of the day. I'm going to touch on a little bit of the sargasso that affects the beachgoers, and sunburn tips.
And the Colonos too, right?
There's a Colonos vote coming up, I'll briefly touch on that.
So we'll get into that. And
Yeah.
Steve?
Well, sports and entertainment. Some interesting stuff in the last couple of weeks.
All right. Well, that's great.
I want to be cryptic about it because I don't want to give the game away. But
Riveting.
absolutely riveting.
It's a teaser.
A couple of new records coming out by some famous artists releasing new records.
I can't wait to hear about this.
And we're talking golf, Chelsea,
Oh yeah.
Sedgwick, as you know.
Excellent.
What do you got for us, Stuart?
I've got some exciting news from the Hard Rock Cafe next door that people are going to be interested in the community. So we're going to discuss cognates too when we get into the Spanish words. So make sure you stick around for that. A lot of you probably already know what they are, but we're still learning. And there's a new reality show in Puerto. We're going to briefly discuss that. And what else? Since Brandi's not here, she did send us a fishing report, though. She said that the
There's no fish.
Sailfish are biting.
The sailfish are here.
whatever that means, apparently.
Same as last week and the week before. There's no fish.
And the weather, we're kind of going through a cold spell. It was
Rainy.
It was 67 degrees this morning.
Oh, it was lovely.
It was a bit
great.
chilly.
It was a beautiful night's sleep with the windows open.
And it's going to be a little chilly tomorrow, I believe, as well.
Oh.
Well, chilly, Mexican style.
Right. It's all relative.
As far as it can get chilly here.
A couple thunderstorms happening at the beginning of next week.
Cool,
and then otherwise, it's all normal. That's a cognate, by the way.
Normal.
It's the same word in English and Spanish.
Normal.
Normal.
Wow.
Yeah, see? We're learning.
We are learning.
Let's talk about, before we bring Deborah out, our first guest, let's talk about what's going on with the sargasso.
It's a disaster.
Brandi sent a map, and it's like the size of Florida.
I think it's even bigger than that. I think it's 5,000 miles across. It's the length or breadth of the USA.
How many kilometers is that?
Well, if it's 5,000 miles, I would say it's about 7,500 kilometers.
Oh, you're pretty good at that conversion.
I've done it before.
What about here in Puerto though? Anybody been down to the beach?
Florida is going to get the worst of it. It's like a buffer zone. But obviously, it's twice the amount of seaweed we had from last year. It's doubled in size.
Wow.
In size. So it is toxic. I think and you can't eat it. But
Would we like real stats on sargasso?
How many pineapples are we going to have in today's show? Leave in the comments and let us know.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. Okay.
It's bad, you know.
Double. So we're expecting double here
Double.
locally as well?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So, yes, apparently it's the worst that it's ever been. No one really knows how much is going to float in from wherever. I mean, it's anybody's kind of guesstimate, but it's not going to be bad. Where they are looking at to get hit the hardest is Cancun.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, what happens with sargasso, which, you know, doing my research, we learned a new word actually. It's holopelagic. You can correct me if I'm.
How do you spell this?
HOLOPELAGI. Holopelagic. Pelagic? Yeah.
Don't know.
So it reproduces. It reproduces while floating. So that's also the challenge. So it grows.
It's like a sea monster.
Yeah, it grows. It grows as it moves towards here. Now the challenge is when it rots. When it starts rotting on
That's
land.
when it smells.
That's when it starts smelling. That's when it creates respiratory issues, eye, ears, nose, throat issues. In the water, not so much, unless you're susceptible to, you know, like touching the little sea urchins, and then you may get rashes on your skin. But as of yesterday and today, Playa was clean and clear. Shpuha is clean and clear. We're in PA and Fatima Bay, clean and clear. So we may actually miss it. Puerto Morelos not so lucky yesterday.
Cancun gets it the worst.
Cancun gets it the worst.
I did read on Riviera Maya News, which is a great local news source that people want to check out.
Yeah.
Is that there were over 300 plus tons of sargasso removed from the beaches just in March.
Well, the good thing is they're cleaning it up. I mean,
Yeah.
they're trying to do their best to clean it up and remove it so that it doesn't rot and it doesn't create these additional problems. I mean, the solution would be stop using synthetic fertilizer because that's what's creating it. But in our world where we're trying to, you know, mass produce food, that's kind of challenging.
I wonder how long that would take for it,
right?
For us to see the results of that.
Oh, probably decades.
Yeah,
I'm
for
guessing.
sure. But they do a pretty good job down here. I go out kayaking in the Caleta and.
No, they're great. They're cleaning it up. They're literally cleaning it up
There's
daily.
not a lot of sargasso I have
And
to
they
deal
also have
with.
those large barriers, right, in front of the PA Beach Club that they put out to try to protect it from coming into the beaches.
This is not a bad place for the sargasso,
Right.
generally speaking.
pretty lucky that
It's not
way.
like Playa. Playa gets assaulted pretty hard.
No,
with
we're
it,
super
And
fortunate here.
Tulum as well.
What we do get, it's manageable to clean up, which is again, we're lucky in that respect. I think you had something to add to that, Dior.
One dead pig, one ton of seaweed.
If you missed our earlier episode, let's remind the viewers.
Well, the Japanese came up with a solution.
Yeah.
You bury the seaweed, but you bury one dead pig with 1 ton of seaweed, and the bacteria, as it decomposes, eats the seaweed. So they didn't
Well,
go.
that actually seems pretty organic. I mean, as long as
Yeah,
we're using a
yeah.
pig that has died of natural causes.
We're going to get all kinds of comments from the
Yeah.
vegetarian, vegan community
Yeah.
out there. I can see it. That's okay. But speaking of viewer comments, let's see. Let's quote some of these. One is, I am learning so much about our community through your channel. Thank you guys for doing this. Lana is the one who quoted that, and I believe she's going to be a future guest on the show.
right.
And she's going to teach us about insurance needs in the community. So, you know, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you catch that episode when it comes up. OMG, this is fantastic, says Anna. And another comment from Lana, y'all are great.
She's from Texas.
That's a good one. Yeah, she is from Texas. But okay, I think we're gonna bring Deborah Mahan out. Her name is Deborah Mahan, and I believe she is going to come on and tell us some interesting stuff. Deborah, you getting audio on that, Donnie? All right.
I put the button on. I turned the button on.
Excellent. All right. Deborah, welcome to Buen Dia Puerto.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Good to see you all.
What do you do here?
Well, I retired here about 10 years ago, and that was the question. What do you do once you've retired here? Certainly, we all socialize a lot. Yeah. But after a year of over-socializing, I decided it was time to give back. Very fortunate to live in a great country like this, and so I felt it was important that I appreciated them and did something to give back. So I joined Rotary. How many of you know what Rotary is? Be honest.
Well, you filled me in.
Yeah, but
they give away
tiny
cars.
bit.
It's like
Right.
they give away cars at the local fair, right?
Well, they
you buy
might.
little
They
tickets
might.
and
Rotary is worldwide. It was established in 1905 in Chicago. Okay. A bunch of guys out socializing decided that they needed to find something to do to serve their city.
Were they Freemasons?
No, we
Okay.
are totally different from Freemasons, okay? Their motto, they came up with a motto that goes service above self. So that's what Rotary is all about. There's about 1.2 members throughout the world, okay? 35,000 clubs in over 200 countries. So this is not just a little organization,
Worldwide,
okay? It's worldwide. Now, an interesting fact, which kind of annoyed me when I found out, was women were not allowed in Rotary until 1987.
Wow.
That seems so long, so late in the game for me. I would have thought in the 60s maybe, but
How did they accomplish anything without women?
I know, because now there's like 196,000 plus women in it, and for the first time ever, our president, international president of Rotary, is a female.
Oh wow!
All right.
So that's an all-time first. But California, no surprise, tried to put women in before they were accepted, and they got caught, and they were chastised and said you'll lose your charter, and so they started getting smart. They just put L and last name. Okay, K, last name. So you couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl. They got caught. They lost their charter, and it went up to the Supreme Court in California to fight it, and they decided women had to be allowed in. So, to your point, now they accomplish a whole lot more with women. So what do we do here in Puerto? We have, it's called Seaside Rotary, Playa del Carmen. It started, no surprise, 3 Rotarians sitting around having drinks at a bar, and they see this little wooden box on the wall with a Rotary sign on it, and there were all Rotarians from the United States. So they're like, what's that? The owner of the bar, and I don't know what bar it was in Playa, they found out was a Rotarian, and he had this special tequila or whiskey or something locked in there, and he would only drink it with Rotarians. So when they found out, he came out and drank with them, and they started a club here. We are currently at 24
Wait,
members.
let me get this straight. So tequila was behind this somehow,
Or whiskey,
right?
Alcohol. Let's just be honest,
Okay.
alcohol was
All
behind
right.
it.
So alcohol is helping the world.
It is helping the world, so we should feel good about that. So there's 24 members in our club. Some of them are like 6-monthers, that come back and forth and whatever, but they stay active in the club. What do we do here, obviously? When Rotary started, polio was the big focus. They decided to eradicate polio. And that came in 1979. That became their focus. That's not the only thing we do. And polio will never be totally eradicated in the world because of the warring countries, the things that go on. We can get in there and vaccinate, but then, with the movements of people with wars, all it takes is one to go to another country and it starts again. So it's become a challenge. And our symbol, which you can't really see with my pin, is a wheel. And the wheel signifies the cogs that we all work together throughout the world. So that's the major focus, but we don't have a polio problem here in Mexico. So what we do is work with the children here. Our club is devoted to helping the kids in this area. I don't know how many of you are aware, but if you know me for longer than 15 minutes, you know that I work with a group out in Torres de la Paz, which is it's north when you're going to Playa. You know where the big taxista place is, the taxi union, whatever you
Yes.
want to call it. Go back that road and there's an illegal settlement back there. 2,500 people live back there
In the jungle.
in the jungle,
Yeah.
underneath the electric lines.
There's
which
a
is
lot of
not this- there's a lot of that.
throughout Riviera
A
Maya.
lot
Yeah.
of that. So they built a school there, and it got certified, which is what has to be, so that these kids graduate with a certificate and can get jobs, learning English, that kind of thing. But they're very, very poor. It started with lean-tos out there,
Yeah.
just tarps.
Tarps.
Now they've got some, what they're proud of, as their little cement houses and things, Anyway, there are 70 children there, and we feed them 3 days a week. We collect money from clubs in the United States, all at the world. They donate. We ask for like $1,200 for a month's worth of food, and they eat 3 days a week, a light breakfast and a lunch. Sometimes that's all those children get. So that's one of the things we do. Additionally, we just distributed over 400 pairs of shoes, sneakers, as we call them, trainers. I don't know what everybody else calls them, but we distributed those to kids there in Cristo Rey and across the road to our kids. So we're constantly doing things, raising money, and our great restaurateurs here support us. We do fundraisers. We just recently did a chili cook-off, and we raised 50,000 pesos, which doesn't seem like a lot,
No,
but
that
it's
goes
a
a
lot.
long way
It goes a long way down here. So that's what Rotary essentially does.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
So if you-
Is there a website?
Yep, you can follow us on a website or Facebook. It's
Tell the
easy.
people, yeah.
Easy. It's seasiderotary.org is our website. But follow us on Facebook, because that's where you'll see all the pictures, or friend me, and you'll see all the pictures of the things we do.
How's your membership, Deborah? Do you have enough? Are you looking
said
for new
24. Is
members?
that
24,
local?
yes, 24 local. Well, I think the smallest club in the world has 6 members.
Are you
from
looking
what I
for
read.
more here?
Always looking for more members, and people feel like, I've got to go every week. There's a weekly meeting. I've got to go. And Rotary used to require you to go every week,
So-
and you had to make up meetings. They don't anymore.
So commitment's a little more flexible now
Yes,
to encourage
and we
people
get to wear
participate?
flip-flops and shorts, where like in other countries, they have to wear suits and ties and all of that. We're the beach club.
So how do we get involved if we'd like to get involved in our community?
You can definitely go on Facebook or the website, and you can say, look, we meet on Tuesdays at La Vagabunda in Playa del Carmen. That's not the one on 5th Avenue, it's the one at 38th and the beach, and we meet down there 12:30 to 1:30. But you can also contact me, and I'll be happy to answer questions and get
Fantastic.
you involved.
Well,
And we
thank
have
you
things
for-
called Friends of Rotary, so you don't have to join, but you can help us
support.
out.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
support.
support.
Oh,
Well,
that's
thanks
good.
for
Amazing.
doing what you do there.
Yes.
Also, Ladies Who Lunch. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Ladies Who Lunch started 6 years ago because one of my friends and I were sitting on the patio having adult beverages, and I finally said, we need more friends. I said, I know everything about your family, you know everything about my family. We're running out of things to talk about. So I said, let's do a Ladies Who Lunch. We started out, we got like 6 members came for the first one. It's been going on for 6 years, and we've had 20 to 30 members. Sometimes I sit down at the table and they're all new faces. It's because a lot more people are staying in
Word
Puerto,
of mouth.
moving here, and it's a great way to meet and reunite with friends. Because sometimes we're so big that you go, I didn't know you got back. Oh, I've been here 2 weeks. That kind of thing. So we go to various restaurants who can handle us, those large groups, and we meet from 12:30 to whatever. It's supposedly just lunch, but sometimes it goes on. And we just have lunch there and reunite and network and have a good time. So it's just a fun thing.
How frequently do you do?
Every other Thursday.
Oh, so every 2
yes,
weeks.
every 2
Okay.
weeks, and I post it on Puerto Aventuras Living and also on my wall.
And this is available to
Anyone,
female
every
in the
female,
community who
only
wants-
females, and don't try putting a skirt on.
Join a
He's
few
tried to
times
join
as
a
well,
few
yeah, see
times.
that.
Only females.
Well, again, thanks for all your activities.
Yeah,
you do.
fantastic,
Yeah,
Deborah.
sounds like a great way to meet
Yeah,
people.
thanks
Yes,
for your
it is.
contribution.
All right.
Thanks for
Deborah
having me.
Mahan, make sure you, first of all, get on, if you're on Facebook, go to Port Aventuras Living page.
Yeah.
You'll find a lot of answers and stuff there.
Absolutely.
Leave comments, subscribe, like, do all that stuff here too. Thanks for coming on the show
Welcome.
today,
Thank
Deborah.
you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll see you very soon.
Amazing.
Okay, let's, we gotta move along here with some stuff. Let's, Karina, let's get to your,
the Mayan train. So I know
topic.
it's been a controversial topic in our local area, but
Maybe
it's-
move your cup a little bit so the
thank you.
microphone.
Sounds like it's coming soon. What I was reading on the Puerto Aventuras Living.com page, which I didn't actually realize there was a website, not just the Facebook page, so another great resource in the community. It sounds like they're going to start running test runs in July through December with the goal to actually have it available for tourists next January.
First, let's just give a brief about the Maya train in itself for the people who don't
right
out there in the
it's
other parts of the world.
It's going to be a high-speed train system. You actually might know more
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this. That encompasses 3 of the local states, everywhere from Merida down here, Cancun Airport here, all the way down to Bacalar, and then looping back up through Merida. That's my understanding of the
the whole
track.
Yucatan, yeah.
Right.
Do we understand that it's a German company?
Right,
Technology that are making this train behind.
Well, I know that I heard that's more recent. They're going to be involved in the operational part of it.
Oh, I see.
Like I think running maybe the infrastructure of ticketing and scheduling
Well, they definitely have
and
years
operations.
of experience, if not
Yeah,
decades of experience.
the rail system in
Success,
Europe
yeah.
is fantastic. And I
Right.
think they're going to be involved in the running of it in that sense.
Yeah.
As far as the manufacturing part, I don't know.
I don't know
it's-
either. But, yeah.
Right,
Sure,
but it's gonna
China's
have
involved.
Overnight, what are they called? Coaches,
Overnight coaches.
day coaches, restaurant
Well-
coaches. I mean, it's a little more extensive and fancy than I was expecting. Which,
Right. It's
If
high
you
tech
subs-
though.
Yeah, right.
It's high tech.
yeah.
If you subscribe to our channel, you're going to see us doing some extracurricular
Right.
things, and
Field
we've
trip.
already discussed a field trip on the train. So.
Yeah, yes. I think that'd be great. Overnight.
Oh yeah, we got.
yeah.
And we'll do all the stops. You know, we'll or let us know where you want us to
Yeah,
go.
where we should stop. Right.
Gotcha. But there's also some controversy behind it a little bit
Right.
because of all this land is very fragile around here. So we've got cenotes, as you know, limestone that's very fragile, and there's artifacts. There's
Right.
an
Yeah.
ancient culture that's been buried in the jungle quite a bit. So it's a bit of controversy. There's been some labor controversies and all that stuff too. So Maya train, is it? Everyone I've spoke to, it seems to tilt the majority of this is a good thing. Either way, it looks like it's happening.
It's going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. What else you have?
Yeah, family events. So 2 small children, always looking for things to do with the kids. So one little gem that a lot of people don't know about is the local library right here in Puerto. It's located at the Colegio in the local school. It's open Monday through Friday, 2:30 to 4:30. It has 18,000 books, which I've been in there multiple times. I hadn't counted the books, so I reached out, and it's a really impressive
Bilingual books.
selection. Bilingual.
Yeah.
So they said about, I believe, 3/4 are in English and 1/4 in Spanish, but children's books, adult books, cookbooks, health books. I mean,
Do you
yeah.
get a library card there? Or?
So it's 200 pesos for a lifetime membership, right?
Okay.
Which is a very small investment for such a resource. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great thing. We bring my children there. It's lovely. It's really underutilized. It's run by volunteers. They've said more volunteers would be able to expand hours and have more access. So again, another thing for people looking to contribute to the community. I think maybe reach out to the library and see if volunteering is a good activity for you. Yeah. And then another family activity, so resorts here at the
Right,
Riviera
the
Maya.
resorts.
We have
Tell us about
resorts
that.
everywhere, right? Plethora of resorts. And since we live in paradise, I'm not always motivated to bring my children to a resort since we've got pool access, beach access right here where they live. But day pass options are something we haven't explored yet, but will be soon. So right here in our community, we've got Dreams Resort, which offers day passes. Catalonia offers day passes. Right outside of the gates is Barcelona.
How much are this day passes?
So it depends on the resort, depends on time of year, depends on resident access. There's actually a great website that I was resortpass.com, so where you actually can reserve your day pass, and you can reserve it in advance. It tells you the exact price, and then it has a cancellation policy, because my concern was, okay, well, I don't want to book it 2 weeks in advance and then it's a rainy day, but it's got a 24-hour cancellation, 100% cancellation policy. You have access to the pools, to the beach, all you can eat, all you can drink, kids clubs. Yeah, so we'll be exploring them, and I'll report back on our experience.
Maybe we should do an excursion.
Field trip.
I think that would be a
Let's
good
do it.
Yeah.
field
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Go ahead, Leslie. What do you got?
What do I got? Okay. Well, I decided to approach sunburns from a household perspective. So, Usually we don't plan on having a sunburn. We're not necessarily always equipped with what, we can do in the event of a sunburn. Usually because of the area, there's an aloe plant somewhere where we can, cut off a little leaf. So my first go-to is always aloe. But what I have found personally that's worked, again, right from my cupboard, is apple cider vinegar. But it needs to be the organic raw with the mother, and what it does is it relieves the itch, and it restores the pH balance. So you put that on, diluted half and half, apple cider vinegar, a little bit of water, just to get that, comfortable.
That apple cider vinegar is good for a lot of things. It's helped me out quite a bit.
Put it
I
on.
actually use it as shampoo.
Oh,
well.
So there you go. That's the next episode, right? The hair. We're going to talk about hair care here,
we'll
which is
get
a
there.
nightmare.
It's a mess.
So apple cider vinegar, number one, put it on 20 minutes, let it work its magic on the body, rinse it off. Aloe if you have it, of course, but my favorite, that is my personal favorite, that's worked for me whenever I've had a sunburn in a pinch, is, believe it or not, yogurt. Cold yogurt from the fridge. It restores the skin's natural barrier, and not only does it feel great, but it allows the body to heal quicker. So 20 minutes on the skin, rinse it off, and then put some aloe on, and good night. Typically by the next
Sounds
day,
delicious.
You're doing good. Oh, put a few sprinkles on top. Those are in my experience.
I like those.
Right from the cupboard.
We'll talk about how to get rid of your ants in one of the episodes coming out too.
I can also chime in on sunburns. Essential lavender oil. You don't want to put it direct on the skin. You usually want a little carrier oil, olive oil, almond oil, whatever you have at home. But that will take the sting away really quickly. Yeah.
And it prevents the ants too.
And prevents the ants.
Yeah. All right, Steve, sports?
Sports and entertainment. I like to, first up is something quite remarkable happened in the Masters tournament, the golf tournament. This young rookie out of Texas A&M.
23?
I think he's 20.
He's 20.
Sam Bennett. Let's call him Samuel. Sam Bennett, amateur. And he was leading. I think he was 11 under or some point. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but anyway. Sam Bennett out of Texas A&M. Finished in the top 20, came 16th, and that hasn't happened since 2005, where an amateur has entered the Masters tournament and been able to do that. So he's rocked in, Tiger Woods quit on his third round. He said, "I'm done."
It's true.
Huh?
He quit.
He quit.
Was he intimidated? What?
Apparently he was intimidated.
Okay.
I believe it was plantar fasciitis.
I believe
plantar
That's the rumor.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
the
Which
rumor.
I've had.
Yeah,
and I,
yeah.
That's the
Extreme
rumor.
foot pain,
Yeah.
right?
Or
yeah.
I've had it
And
before.
anyway, I'm trying to remember the guy who won. Donnie, can you help me out? Who actually won the Masters? Phil Mickelson came second, which is actually also quite interesting. The guy won. No, Ram. John Ram. John Ram was the winner, which I've never heard of him, but
I got some interesting stats on this Bennett kid that I was.
Dude, I want to hear them.
So in high school, he played 4 sports that he excelled at. So baseball, he won defensive MP. Tennis, he won double and individual championship. Golf, he won the state championship, best ever to finish in amateur U.S. Open. And then he also won the first team all-district, which I had to look up because I didn't know what that means. So what that means, that was in basketball.
Wow.
So what that means is he has the highest honor of a high school student. So he achieved sports excellence, academic excellence, and sports in the
It's
community.
like a triathlon.
Yeah, and he's voted.
Amazing.
So he's nominated by all the coaches in the school, and then he's voted on by his peers, by the players.
Wow.
So I mean that's.
Can I ask you another question?
In 4 years of high school.
Is he good looking?
He's a handsome young man.
Endorsements coming out of the yin yang clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a.
Sam Bennett,
Samuel Bennett fever.
moving
taking
forward.
over the nation.
Yeah.
Entertainment news.
Okay, we got some musical news.
Okay.
Chelsea? No, that's not. No, actually, Chelsea are going to
what's
play
going on with
Real
Chelsea?
Well, they're going to play Real Madrid in Spain, Champions League quarterfinals. I'd settle for a draw, go back to London, and then kick them. But we'll see. It's a Galactico game. Enough about Chelsea. So, two of my favorite artists are releasing new albums. Iggy Pop, very interesting character, has got a new record out called Every Loser. I've listened to a couple of tracks.
Oh, that's optimistic.
It's good, yeah. And then Public Image Limited.
Oh yeah, they back?
John Lydon,
Yeah,
who
Lydon.
just lost his wife, passed away Alzheimer's at 80. I used to be her boyfriend, but like he married her anyway. So I've got.
Is there anyone you haven't dated besides me and Deborah?
All right. No, Public Image Limited, new album. Johnny Rotten, Johnny Lydon. It's called End of the World.
Another
Wow.
optimistic
Yeah.
title.
Wow,
Yeah.
there's nowhere but up from here.
So, and actually, the Naughty Dogs
Oh,
are
well,
thinking about going
I
into
think we're
the
going to start
Recording
recording.
studio?
That's
recording.
big news.
Yeah, what are we going to
Wow.
call our album?
Oh,
We got titles.
yeah,
Rubbish.
if you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments of the thing.
Well, anyway, don't hold your breath. But
But we have Donnie Young's going to be joining
yeah,
us in a couple minutes.
Donnie Young
from
is
the
going to be
Naughty
doing a
Dogs.
song.
And well, as Donnie gets ready, I've got some exciting news from the Hard Rock to share.
Come on.
So the Hard Rock Hotel next door, the Hard Rock Riviera Maya, is now allowing. Karina, you brought up day passes
Right.
at the resorts where you can go see concerts at the Hard Rock on Saturday nights now. They have a Beatles tribute act this Saturday on the 15th, and then the following week they have a Pink Floyd tribute.
I'm in.
Yeah, and it's like I believe it's around 280 pesos for a local ticket for that. So
So
that's
this
kind of.
Saturday, you're saying this Saturday is Beatles
I've never
on
been to the
Saturday?
Hard Rock.
I've
over
never
there.
been.
I've had a lot of friends play there.
Yeah.
Widespread Panic, and all these big festivals they put on. I still haven't. It's right next door.
right
We're
next door.
right there.
Sounds like another
So
field trip. Right.
This sounds cool.
Well,
Yeah,
often
another
we don't
field trip.
access the beauty of this community with living here. We kind of
Yeah, we need to go.
slip into that take it for granted,
Yeah,
right? But
let's do a field trip over
We
there.
need to go.
Love to do it.
Okay. Oh, and there's a new reality show in Puerto. We don't have time to really get in and discuss it today.
No.
But it is called. I have the title written down here. Yacht's Life, about a local Mac Jones here, as the cameras follow him around as he goes out on these party boats. Seems pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I've seen the trailer. It's
good.
Yeah, but you can watch it on YouTube. That's HTO or H2O. Is
H2O,
behind
right?
that is
Right.
the company. But let's bring Donnie out. Let's. We're running a little late already. So Donnie has. Donnie Young is the proprietor for the Naughty Burrow. He's also the main guy at the Naughty Dogs. You're
Yes.
from Colorado, as well as I am, and so we got to play a festival together back there years ago.
You're 15 years before we knew each other.
Yeah, that's
we played
right.
at the same festival.
But you've written an interesting song about Puerto Aventuras that you play for us.
Yep, wrote this a few years ago and recorded it in Denver, and even some of the people that live here in the community got to sing a little bit in the background of it. But gonna do a little acoustic version of it. It's called "It's Always the Weekend Round Here." It's kind of a little story
true.
about Puerto Aventuras. Let me tell you about a place beyond the rat race on the beach down in Mexico. Everybody's laid back, as a matter of fact, we don't need no reality show. And we take our time with tequila and lime, kicking it the Mayan way. Culture needed beer's all we need around here. Fill the tank up to go out and play. When the sun comes up, I'm gonna paddle myself over to the old lagoon. Then we'll swim out to the reef, play some bocce on the beach, and wait the afternoon. And it's fun, 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 sand, water and sun, drinking margaritas and beer. It takes its toll, but that's how we roll, 'cause it's always the weekend round here. We're gonna hang by the pool and try to stay cool. If it gets hot, baby, just jump in. And then we'll head down to the dock around 1 o'clock and watch the fishing boats come in. And then down to the marina and lunch lunch at the cantina. Here the Dewey might have caught some fish. We'll catch the dolphin show, get fish tacos to go. A super grouper if I had my wish. And then we'll take a little drive just to do a little dive in a place called Acamall Bay. And have a spicy margarita with a pretty senorita, chillaxing for the rest of the day. And it's fun, 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 sand, water and sun, tequila, chili peppers and beer. And it takes its toll, but that's how we roll, 'cause it's always the weekend round here. Well, today I had a hunch. I said, baby, pack a lunch, guacamole and lobster tails. Wave to Jimmy on the dock, let the radio rock, and when the wind blows, put up the sails. And then we'll sail all day down to Solomon Bay. I swear I never seen the water so blue. And when the sun gets low, I say it's time for us to go. And you ask me what I wanna do. I wanna sit right here and have another beer till it's time to go out tonight. Forget about the car, we can walk down to the bar. Hear the karaoke's out of sight. And it's fun, 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 sand, water and sun, drinking margaritas and beer. And it takes its toll, but that's how we roll, 'cause it's always the weekend round here. Yes, it's fun, 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 sand, water and sun, tequila, chili peppers and beer. And it takes its toll, but that's how we roll, 'cause it's always the weekend round here. Yes, fun, 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 sand, water and sun, drinking margaritas and beer. And that's how we roll, and it never gets old, 'cause it's always the weekend round here.
Yeah, right.
Great song, Donnie.
Thank you.
You covered a lot of Puerto in that song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's jam-packed with a lot of stuff there. We need to make a video of that.
Yeah, we talk about.
should,
It's going to be
yeah.
a fun video. Actually, I saw Lana over here singing along. So
Yeah.
she knows the
She's
words.
We actually did a karaoke version of it for a while. Shannon had it with her, and people were requesting to sing that for karaoke.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. Well,
Great.
Thanks for writing that.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Well, I think we have a surprise guest coming in
We
right
do.
now.
Hello
we do.
guys,
Yes.
how are you?
Whoa!
Where can I
Excited.
leave it? Where can I leave it?
Imagine seeing you here, pal.
So for our cooking,
Wow.
our food segment today, tell us, Karina.
Well, as I still have not started to learn cooking, I do my regular cooking routine, which is to order from Be Smart Delivery,
Hey
right?
guys, enjoy. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you,
But what do we have?
Thanks,
Wait, pal,
pal.
quickly. What do we have here?
From Be Smart.
This is very special actually, even for new for me, because coming from the other side of the
The other side of the
other side
tracks.
of the Puerto Aventuras. Oh, let me
Yep,
sit down
yep.
here. And basically, it's a very nice little place where they have three restaurants and other shops together. So I would call it a mercadito. That's what the name
Mercadito.
is, mercadito.
Oh, wow.
And actually, I bought everything from everywhere. So it's three places representing their dishes.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think there's everything. So I think empanada. There is.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Wow.
Look at this street food from the Poblado.
Look at that.
Yes,
Oh
it's,
my
it's amazing.
God.
This is serious stuff.
And it's all
I live
very
here.
affordable food over there, isn't
And
it?
actually, at night I ate there, and it's.
It's good,
So I
yeah.
tried it.
All
So I
right.
tried it.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh my
excellent.
God.
Look at that.
Wow.
All right,
I mean,
so this is.
How can you don't like
Thank you,
it?
pal. I know you're in a rush because you've got other
I'm always
deliveries.
working.
Be Smart Deliveries.
You're very busy man.
SmartDelivery.com. Thank you
Enjoy
so
your
much.
Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Bye-bye.
So
Appreciate
this is
it.
Karina's cooking segment,
Yes.
and I know we got to wrap it up, right? Is that what you're telling me? We're running out of time. But this, what do we've got salbutes, which is
What's the sabute?
salbute is like it's a fluffy. What are these things?
Fried-
Tortilla?
Yeah, it's like a fluffy.
Fried
Fluffily.
Fluffily. Oh, that's our new word, fluffily.
Fluffily
All right, word of the
fried tortilla with I think they use egg in that process. I was told,
Really?
and then they've got like a slice of avocado. They've got lettuce, grilled onion, and
Onion.
whatever. What else we got? Tomato, and then
Lettuce,
your protein,
cheese.
It looks amazing.
Some little drizzly thing. Which
Empanadas.
Looks,
And,
ooh, this looks
can't
like
wait to dig
pulled,
into all this stuff.
pulled pork chicken or something. Pulled chicken.
Anybody
pork.
hungry?
Amazing.
There's a lot
We're
of
gonna
food
dig into
here.
this. Well, we have apologies to Mark Cuban. We're gonna dig into this food.
Oh, we ran out of time?
Yeah, we've run out of time. So
We do have a Spanglish word of the day.
Mark, we'll get you on the next show. And well, what's our Spanglish word of the day?
Guano loco.
Guana loco.
Guano loco. I think we can say this, but
No.
I'm saying it's batshit crazy.
I-
But they don't use
It's
that
a made
word.
up
here,
word.
even though
Well, no,
they-
just
Spanglish.
It's Spanglish. It's
Add that
the
to your
expats
vocabulary.
are.
I have to do one more thing.
Sure.
You know, dinosaurs never went extinct. They turn into birds, you know. That's my.
Oh, well, wonderful
Thank you for Chris
performance,
Walken. Yes.
Steve. I don't know if you want more of that. Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow our channel and give us your feedback. On the next episode, we're going to discuss decibel level controversies. We'll hopefully have an
Ouch.
expert on that join us because we have the upcoming Colonos vote happening at the end of the month, and we're also going to do some tequila testing, right? Yeah, I
Can't
believe-
wait.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll get Mark Cuban back on here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining in. We appreciate you.
Asios.
Yeah, asios. Cheers.
Konnichiwa.
All right. Okay. What do we have here? We did. Well, wait. Are we still recording? No, we're fine. I'm like, we didn't say.